Okay, everyone, welcome to Do Yoga with the Phoenix. Today's class, I woke up with a bit of a sore back this morning, and it's an issue that I have. It's one of the reasons I do yoga is I have subluxation of the lower spine, and so many people have spine issues and muscular issues around the spine, and it generally is muscular issues or weight. And so what we're going to do is we're going to alleviate your pain in your lower back in a short period of time. Namaste. Okay, so if we do this sequence, every day or maybe 3 times a week, you'll find that your pain will dissipate from your back. I'm doing powerlifting at the moment. I'm in my gym, so I'll be doing some deadlifting after this. So, I want to get my back nice and supple for that before I start. Alright, so we're just going to sit nice and tall firstly, and then just feel the energy in the spine. So you want to feel how good your spine is and how energetic it is. Don't just focus on the pain. If there is some, mine is a little bit in my lower back right now. We want to focus on all the good stuff that's happening in your spine right now, how the fact that its central nervous system is working. Taking a few moments to be grateful for the fact that it's working. It might be a bit of pain, but we're going to sort that. And then we're going to take a twist through the spine, just twisting the body out. Just getting yourself warm, twist the other way. Good, fabulous. Coming over into a cat-cow posture and then doing a few cat-cow poses. Breathing in, big deep belly breath in, and then squeeze everything up. About 5 rounds, using the breath. Engage the pelvic floor, suck the tummy in and chin lock all the air out. Good. From here we're going to just tuck our toes under, taking our first downward facing dog. Not really a downward, we're still warming up, so we're just going to come in and then just walk the feet out. Just walking them out. Stretching into the hamstrings. The hamstrings obviously are an area of concern with lower back. And then just walking forward to come into a forward fold. Nice easy forward fold. Nothing complicated here, just allowing the hands to dangle. Taking a few breaths, lifting the pelvis up, letting the head drop. Stretching out the lower back, taking the elbows up and just gently rocking, rock the baby, loosening up that back area. Coming back to tabletop, to forward fold, then half forward fold, stretch the back out. Few breaths here, and then Urdhva Stasana, nice big tall stretch through the body here. Taking the hands so that we're now as stretched out as we possibly can. Just taking a few movements through the spine here in this plane of motion. This is called the frontal plane of motion. And we're stretching out the side of the sides and compressing the spine on one side, stretching the other side. Then once you've done a few of them, taking a nice big deep breath in, lift it up and come over. Push the spine out. Push the hip out, I beg your pardon, and stretch through the side body. Then coming up out of that, big lengthening through the spine again, and coming over to the other side. Good, then just taking the hands, and two options here. You can keep your hands like this, stretch up toward the roof or ceiling, and then, or sky, wherever you are, and come back like this, looking behind you, looking for the back wall behind you, or whatever is behind you. Or if that's too much, you can bring your hands down onto your pelvis like this, onto your buttocks like this, push the butt forward and back bend this way. And then we're going to come back and we're going to come into Tadasana. So I want you to stretch the body out, feel all the muscles working, everything engaged. Feel the energy of the floor supporting you. Big breath here. Good, let go. Stretch up, fold forward, back into our forward fold. This time we're going to pick up the heels behind the heels with the fingers facing forward. And Pada Gustasana, pull the body down, lift the pelvis up, got some leverage now. Stretching out that spine. Coming out of that and then just coming back to tabletop, couple more cat-cows. Taking the right leg forward and coming into a lizard pose, but we're going to twist the lizard now, so we're just going to take that right hand onto the knee and twist, lift this chest forward, twist. Twist, twist, and then drop the foot, the right foot in front of us. Walk the left leg out, sleeping swan, opening up the butt. Good, coming out of that, bringing the same leg forward and just dropping over into a hamstring stretch. Good, taking the other side now. Beautiful. Dropping the left leg in front this time. Good. Coming out of that, then bringing the left leg forward and dropping over into a hamstring stretch. From here, just coming down onto our butt and taking a stretch up, Tadasana, and then folding forward into Paschimotto, picking up whatever you can, taking a deep breath in and stretch the body out. Now, some teachers will tell you to keep your chest up and stretch long in the back. I'm going to ask you to, this time, just to let the head go. Let it go, so we're opening up through the back and bringing the head down toward the shin. And then just gently be mindful, pulling the body forward stretching that posterior chain. And let go of that. Okay, from here, just coming into taking the right leg out, left leg in, Janushirasana, but we're not actually going to do that. We're going to come into a side body stretch once again, this way. And then if you can, taking the opposing hand to the outside of the foot, pulling down. Now if that's not available, then you can just hold on to the calf with the both hands and come down. This is Janushirasana. Pull down here. Good, coming out of that, taking the other side. So firstly we're going to do our side stretch. So here we want to have the chest, the torso flat, in line, the shoulders in line with the pelvis, and stretch over. Keep the chest kind of up, almost like you're twisting it round, and then folding forward. If you can take the opposite hand, then fine, to the outside. Stretch and pull. And come out of that, and then coming over onto our knees. So from here we're going to take a deep back bend, take the hands onto the hips, push the pelvis forward, drop the head back. Back bending is so important. Now if you've got the ability to take the heels and go into a full camel, that's fine. It's not available to me. So I just stay here, making sure if you do go there that the pelvis stays over the heels. Drop the butt down, take the hands out and stretch out. Ardha Kumasana, stretching out here. It's not really a child's posture that's active. And then we're going to bring the knees together and come into child. And then from here, picking up the heels, taking the top of the head onto the ground, or the mat, and then bring the forehead as close to the knees as it will lift the pelvis up. Roll forward like a wheel. Let go of that. And now we're just going to come into a Sphinx pose. Let it go. One of the main areas that we have problems with the back is strengthening up in the abdominals. So we're going to do a little bit of abdominal work now. Okay, so coming out of that, in fact what we might do first are not abdominals. Taking a deep breath in and lifting up and down, up and down, up and down. Now coming down, so we're going to strengthen up the back now a little bit, put a little bit of weight into it, lift up the chest, feel yourself. Now this is not a stretch, this is about strength in the lower back. Cobra pose. Strengthening up that erector spinae. And then from here, as I said, the abdominals, we're going to work into the abdominals in a little bit now. Okay, so the first posture we're going to take is a plank posture. Taking plank. Suck the tummy in. Then coming into a downward facing dog, stretching out. Downward facing dog. Take the right leg up and bring it across to the right elbow. Hold. Take it up. Take it over to the left elbow. Up three times. Coming back into downward facing dog, other side. Back to downward facing dog, stretch the spine out. Plank to side plank. Working obliques. Hands down, change the side. Coming back down, chaturanga if it's available, and all the way down, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, knees down, child, swinging out of that Shavasana. Now, in Shavasana, when you think healing, think the body, let the body heal itself. Think healing. Use it as your mantra. Stay in Shavasana as long as you want. For the purpose of this video, just going to stay very short Shavasana. Take the hands out and stretch them out. Big stretch through the body. And then pick up the knees, this is important, and just massage the lumbar. Just give yourself a little bit of massage into the lumbar section. Rocking and rolling backward and forward. I don't know, maybe 5 or 6, 10, whatever, on each side, just whatever feels good. You can lift the head up too to get more of a roundedness through the spine if that feels good for you. Like this. That works for me. And then coming out of that, coming back into a seated posture, taking the opposite legs around, being grateful for what we have received throughout the Yoga Asana class. Thank you ever so much for joining me. And as I say, I've had lots of back issues, and that's one of the reasons I started yoga all those years ago. And my spine isn't perfect, but my goodness, it's much better than it would have been if I hadn't done yoga. So if you do that 3 times a week, or whenever you can, I guarantee, well, I can't guarantee, there's no such things, but I know that this will help you. This will help you. Just believe and do the practice, and it will help. Thank you once again. Namaste.